you're listening to Communities Live on Sheffield Live Radio 93.2 FM with Susie Casson and T-Boy today.
T-Boy.
Andrew's back tomorrow. And on the line, we should have Jennie Street from Totley Open Gardens. Hello, Jennie.
Hello.
Oh, hello, great. Great, thanks for coming on. So first of all, can you tell us what Totley Open Gardens is?
Yes, it's where a group of people in Totley open their gardens one weekend a year to raise money for local charities and voluntary organisations.
Great.
People come in and visit the gardens and just enjoy an afternoon looking around other people's gardens and having cream teas in a couple of them.
Wow, lovely. So it's local people in Totley decide to open their gardens for visitors?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, great.
We've been running since 2002 now, so it's been going on a long time, and in that time we've raised about £25,000.
Wow, brilliant. So how did the event originate?
Well, we wanted to raise some money for local organisations, and various people had good gardens, so we decided to link the two so that people could benefit from getting ideas by coming around gardens, and we could raise money for the local community.
Yeah, great idea. So how many gardens are involved this year?
There's 14, and they vary all sorts of styles. Some are more like woodland gardens, some are very neat and tidy, some are very wildlife, some grow vegetables, some are very floral. It's a great mixture of gardens.
Yeah, lovely. So there is a programme, I believe.
Yes.
Where can we find them?
Admission to the gardens, all 4 gardens, is £4 for 14 gardens, which is pretty good value. Before the date, they can be obtained from Totley Library, and on the day of the open gardens, which is the 16th and 17th of July, they can be bought from either outside 170 Baslow Road. There's a shop called the Ironing Parlour, and they're sold next to that. Or they can be bought from a table at the Cross-Size pub. Outside the Cross-Size pub, programmes will be sold there. Or if they know any of the gardens, for example, they could come to my garden first, which is 16 The Grove. We sell programmes at the gates as well.
Oh, lovely. Great. So you've decided to take part as well?
Yeah, I've been doing it since the beginning. So this is my 15th year.
Great. So you say you've raised quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
What do you use the money for?
We support local organisations. So one of the main beneficiaries has been an organisation called Transport 17, which runs 3 minibuses and transports people, older people, from all over South Sheffield to lunch clubs. It supports the lunch clubs and it supports isolated elderly people.
Great.
We also give some money to Totley Music Festival, a group called Friends of Gilfield Woods, Totley History Group, and Totley Library.
Wow, brilliant. So it's a very low...
and also, I've forgotten one, we support the Cherry Tree Children's Services, which is, it was originally an orphanage, but it now supports teenagers, vulnerable teenagers, and helps them get their own accommodation and become more independent. They're based in Totley, and they support young people from all over Sheffield. Very, very good cause.
Fantastic. So do you get quite a lot of visitors coming?
If the weather is, if it's a really good weekend, I can get about 250 people through my garden on the Saturday and Sunday.
Wow.
If it's really wet and rainy, it might be a handful. So we're very weather dependent, but we probably get about 200 to 250 people on a weekend.
Wow, fantastic. So has it become more popular over the years?
Yes, it has actually, and more people taking to gardening want inspiration, and you certainly get that when you go around other people's gardens.
Yes, I've heard it's the best inspiration for tidying up your garden, isn't it? No, it's going to be seen. Yeah.
It's having visitors to stay in your house, you tidy up.
Yes, yeah. So you're opening up your own garden, and you've done that before. What do you find you enjoy most about doing that?
Well, I do like meeting people. You get all sorts of people coming. You get into really nice conversations. sometimes people want to know about particular flowers that you grow or how to grow a particular vegetable. And you get all sorts of nice information. I had some things in my garden which I didn't know what they were. They were old tools, and somebody identified them for me. So it's that sort of thing.
Yeah, fantastic. So I heard you're also involved with Rhubarb Farm.
Yes, so, I'm the managing director of Rhubarb Farm, which is a horticultural social enterprise. We're based near Bolsover at Langwith, and we grow fruit and vegetables for a small commercial market, and we supply veg bags to local customers. But the main point of Rhubarb Farm is to support people with long-term needs back into health and employment and greater independence. So we take people with who've got mental ill health, physical ill health, people who are recovering drug and alcohol misusers. We take ex-offenders. We have prisoners coming on day release. We take people with learning disabilities. And we take school students who are struggling with their behaviour at school on alternative placement. So we have a huge mix of people, which is really reflects society. And at any one time in any week, we have about 50 volunteers coming, people who are have needs. We call them volunteers.
Great, lovely. So, well, going back to Totley Open Gardens, I was going to ask you, will it go ahead whatever the weather?
Yes, it always has done.
Yeah, great.
Even if it's pouring with rain, there are still people who turn up, the intrepid ones.
Yes.
And so we won't close at all. The weather doesn't put us off.
Great. And you mentioned cream teas as well.
Yes. There are gardens out of the 14 who supply wonderful teas at either end of Totley, and there's a route and there's a map on the program that when visitors buy the program, they can see where to go for the teas. There are also toilets available in some houses, and there are plants for sale and other things for sale as people go round.
Great, sounds lovely. Great reason to visit Totley, isn't it?
Yes.
So Totley Open Gardens are Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th of July.
Yes.
1 till 5?
1 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Great. And is there an admission charge?
Yes, it's £4 per person, and there's a programme to go with it, which lists every single garden and has a map and explains something about each garden.
Great, sounds lovely. So how can people find out more?
You can go to www.totley.org and see the details of where to get the programmes before the event.
Great, lovely. And also, can people find out more about Rhubarb Farm as well?
Yes, we've got a website which is www.rhubarbfarm.co.uk.
Fantastic. Oh, I hope you have a great time at the